Yeah. Okay. Welcome to Therapy Through Cards. In today's reading, we're going to be looking at your future children. We're going to be looking at their personality, their life path, and if we can find a gender as well. I want to see whether you'll have a female, whether you'll have a male, whether you'll have twins. We'll see what comes up in the piles. I also want to find out if we can see how many children you'll have. If not, that's fine. The most thing that I really want to explore in today's reading for you guys is their personality. I really want to know, because I will be able to feel their energy. That's just how I work. I'm very energy based. I feel sensations in my body, and that will be a really good way for you guys to know just their temperament and how they're going to be in the world and how they're going to face their life path and certain challenges and opportunities. We'll see that in the piles. So I did choose these beautiful, beautiful Mandela Oracle cards here, as you can see. These are so beautiful. They remind me of child art. And they've got I feel like they have children on them. So that's why I was drawn to these cards. So we have 3 piles for you guys. We have pile number 1 with receive. Really beautiful, green, just gorgeous. We'll look at the detail when we get to your pile because the details in all the cards are just so important. We have pile number 2 with safety, with this beautiful pink and purple color. And then we have, lastly, pile number 3, which is green as well. I think it's more of a darker green, similar to pile number 1, but really beautiful. It's actually the same picture as the back of the card. It's like a reflection. Beautiful. So the keyword for that one is love. So guys, use your intuition. Whatever pile that you're drawn to will have your messages about your future child or your future children. We'll have a look if there's more than one. So let's start the reading. If you guys chose pile number 1, this is your reading. So excited. I feel really energetic and vibrant and just wanting so much color this morning. I wonder if it's my inner child coming out. I never actually used to like that much color, but now I'm just so embracing it. I'm just so, and it really lifts your mood, I find. My energy just shifts. So for you guys, pile number 1. What does the personality of your future child or children look like? Okay, the process of this reading for you guys, I'm just going to let you know because we have a few cards here. Tarot, Oracle. This main purple, oh my god, beautiful. This main purple card is a major arcana, okay, in tarot. This card is going to represent the overall personality of your child, okay, the dominant energies of their personality, all right? We'll have a look at that in a minute. Then we have some smaller tarot, okay? I chose Alice in Wonderland. I just felt really drawn to it, the playfulness, the imagination, the colors. So with these tarot cards, we're going to explore a bit about their life path, okay? What they're going to be experiencing in their life, the challenges that they may face, the opportunities, just overall some events within their life, okay? They're major events. We'll have a look at that. These oracles, these beautiful oracles, they're just going to give me more insight and more detail into, their gender, their just more into their personality, like more in depth, okay? They will fine tune all the details. I always use Oracle to help clarify my tarot. That's how I work. But I just want to let you guys know that I do channel, I do see visions, I do feel energies. That's my number one gift that I have. Yeah, and I'm already feeling the energy of this child. I'm getting one child at the moment, but we'll see how many children, if there are any more children that pop up, okay? But I am getting your first child for you guys. They're coming through, and right now, before looking at any of your cards, I'm sensing a male, okay? That is the energy that's coming through. So when I was shuffling your cards off camera, I was meditating, seeing what energies was coming through, how I felt, sensations in my body. That's my main tool that I use. And it was just sense of masculinity. Like it was this sense of determinism more so. It was like, if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. That was the attitude. This person, your future child, if he wants something, I'm saying here because I'm just sensing that it will be a male, and I'm going to further clarify this with the cards. We'll see. That if he wants something, he's gonna go and get it. It was that sense of energy that came through. Very confident kid, very well respected as well. I think this kid's gonna be very well liked. This kid seems to have his head on, screwed on the right way. I mean, that just came through. It's almost like I'm just sensing like he doesn't want to waste his time. What else is coming through is he's a hard worker. We'll see that with the cards as well. I feel like that mentality of going after what he wants will apply with his career, okay, with his work. He will be very career orientated, just because there will be certain things that he will want in his life. That's the thing that's coming over. It's like, oh, I want this. I'm gonna work hard for it. I'm gonna get it. Yeah, just fixed energy as well. So there could be a fixed star sign. We'll see if we can see any of the possible astrological makeup of their chart. That will be very interesting. But first of all, let's turn over your tarot cards. Okay, I'm going to turn over your tarot. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, yeah. I will hold up the cards if you can't see them. But yes, I will tell you the center of your reading, the card of the center of your reading, is the King of Pentacles. I haven't seen these cards. I always pre-shuffle off camera and then I turn them over as I do the reading. So with the King of Pentacles, that was the hard worker. It's almost like, yeah, I am going to build a life that I'm going to feel comfortable in. Very well off materially, I feel. This boy is definitely someone that likes to own possessions. I'm sensing that. Like, they like to have nice things. They like to provide. I'm also sensing I'm very generous as well. Oh, wow. Okay, yes. All right. A very strong core as well. Can you see also this beautiful orange sapphire? It's like that is coming from their core. Like their core is so filled with almost like one's energy. Like if you don't, one's energy is more like, okay, inspiration, courage, I'm going to go after what I want. I'm going to manifest exactly what I have pictured in my mind. And there's no hesitancy with this, okay? I'm just going to turn all your cards over because I'm really excited. I'm actually feeling my energy levels are really, really high for this group, okay? I'm feeling almost like I could accomplish anything that I want. So with this energy, this is definitely the King of Pentacles. Even though the King of Pentacles, he isn't a very fast-paced energy. He isn't the King of Wands, shall I say. But I think the King of Pentacles in this reading for your son is he's determined, fixed mind to create a stable life and to provide. Definitely your child is going to have a family. He's going to be very family orientated. I see this because he is going to be definitely in a relationship with the Lovers card, okay? And I said that these major purple cards represent your child's personality, okay? We've got the Lovers, all right? So the Lovers for me here with all these other cards just represents his desire to be in a partnership. That's what's coming through. His desire to be committed to someone. His desire to be quite traditional in that respect of, okay, I'm going to have a partner and I'm going to build the life that I want. So that would just be this more conventional route for this boy, I feel. But it's not like he's going to have everything handed to him. I don't sense that at all. What I sense with him is he's going to work his ass off, okay? And it's almost, in a sense, going to really test him. And I will tell you why it's going to test him and why he will have to work through certain challenges. This kid is going to have challenges that is going to test his strength. It's going to test his, almost like his willpower. Because whenever you want the level of material success that I feel that this guy wants, I'm sensing that with the King of Pentacles here, okay? The center of the reading, and there is just so much color in this reading, like reds, oranges, browns. It's just real, for me, it's real solar plexus energy. It's kind of like, okay, shining from the core of having a self-belief that is just so strong that can, like, working through issues or working through blocks is not going to be a problem. It's almost like the more this boy has to struggle, the more courage and resilience and confidence he will gain, okay? And I'm going to say why. Because we've got confidence, we've got courage, we've got inspiration. We have courage twice, okay? This boy is going to be super, super, super courageous. And when someone is super courageous and kind of like a risk taker, yeah, when one is courageous, it means that they take risks, okay? And when you take risks, not all the risks are going to work out smoothly, are they? So I feel like this kid is gonna go through, yeah, a lot of challenges. And I say that because he's got this. First quarter moon and Scorpio. Release your blocks. This kid, he is almost going to have to rebuild himself a lot. he's going to have to almost, it's like when someone doesn't give up on a vision that they have or a certain lifestyle that they want. Like, I'm feeling the ambition in this pile is insane, okay? And I haven't even turned over all your cards. Let's keep going. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, like I was saying, this kid will come across challenges and blocks in his life, but he is going to use them to his advantage, I'm feeling. Like, most of the energy of this group, of this child that's really strongly coming through is just through the energy that I'm feeling in my body. The cards are here and they tell me a lot, but I'm just embodying this energy of like, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to take action. It's almost like, it's like a high level of, like, I feel like I'm like this peak performance. Like, I've almost gotten everything that I've wanted. It's almost like on the edge of success or something. It's like when you're like you know that it's coming and then, oh my God, all of a sudden it just bang, it happens. So what I'm feeling is that this kid has such a strong sense of self-belief, okay? But also what's coming through is that there is that level of challenges that he will come across, but it's something that almost helps him become more courageous and more resilient and more confident. Like, we have the 8th house, okay? The 8th house for me is like, the 8th house are things that like are hidden, right? Things that, you know, aren't visible. It's almost like secrets I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it does rule sex. It does rule, like your inheritance as well. But I'm really sensing with the 8th house that this kid is seriously on a deeper level reflecting his truth. And it's not specifically really visible to people, okay? I mean, if someone is to have courage and if someone is to have a real sense of belief, it has to come from somewhere, right? It has to come from basically reflecting on your truth. I mean, there's got to be some sort of belief within oneself or truth that they seriously are convicted to. Okay, yeah, what's coming through right now is with the 8th house, there is some sort of meaning behind the way that this child is just so freaking ambitious and like seriously does get everything that they want, okay? And I'm not saying, and this kid's worked for it, and I'm not saying it's going to be a smooth ride. It's not, because you've got the Hanged Man in reverse. You've got the 8th house. 8th house is not an easy house. It just means that there is a lot beneath the surface. There is a lot of secrets. There is a lot. I feel there is tension, okay, within this kid, but it's tension that seriously helps him change his perspective with the Hanged Man. Like the Hanged Man, it's almost like whatever, yeah, okay, I didn't even realize. The Hanged Man is in reverse, okay? For me, this means it's like you seriously cannot keep him stuck. You seriously cannot keep him stagnant. I feel like he might be quite stubborn, especially if he is a fixed sign. He could be an earth sign, as we have the King of Pentacles, okay? But he's also got a lot of, I'm almost thinking like a fire energy within him, like with the courage, with the inspiration, with the confidence. So I'm sensing he could have fire in his chart, but he does have earth, because it takes a level of consistency, right, to build something, to build an empire. I really feel like he's going to be the type of son that is going to take risks. He's going to gamble. He is not going to play it safe. There is no playing it safe here with your cards. He's constantly going to be wanting new beginnings. And that's fine. I mean, he has the 8 of Cups right here. 8 of Cups in terms of his life path, okay? 8 of Cups is like walking away. I feel like he's happy to walk away, and he will walk away from certain things that doesn't benefit him or doesn't almost assist him to getting to where he wants to be, okay? So he's all right to have the 8 of Cups, walking away for new beginnings. I feel like this kid is going to have a lot of new beginnings. I mean, that happens when you take a lot of risks. It's almost like he is going to fail to success. Fail to success. And I guess when someone fails over and over and over again, there is that level of, I guess, I do feel though, like this kid, what's coming through is like maybe an internal battle with themselves, or there's like this conflict, or this like complex belief system that goes on within this kid. And that's coming through. So it's almost like he feels pressured internally to succeed. I don't know what that's about. I don't necessarily think it's like a negative thing. It's more about he just feels this sense to do it all on his own, or he just feels satisfaction. Like it's almost something that he really enjoys. It's almost like he's not the type of person to just do nothing and go with the flow or let life take him where he needs to go. This guy's in control. This guy's direct. This guy is fixed. This guy is... With the Lovers card, I seriously feel like he is admired and loved by a lot of people. You have 2 people here, but because he's the fixed energy, I'm sensing that he will want to be in a long-term relationship, okay? But I do feel with the Lovers card, he is quite admired and loved by a lot of people. With the Lovers, there is this sense of, like, what's really standing out for me is just like the naked bodies within this image, okay? I feel like he really values people to be almost like real honest. Like I'm just really sensing with these naked bodies that there is this sense of getting to the core of something, or stripping something away, or really getting to the point, or getting to exactly what is being said. So what I'm trying to say, I'm not doing a very good job, but he doesn't like vagueness. He doesn't like things that are don't make sense. It's like, it's almost like he really values honesty. I mean, that's as much as I can say. He doesn't like to fluff around the bush. He's almost like, let's get to the point. Because with this reflector, I'll tell you why. With this reflect on your truth in the 8th house, that is some deep stuff, right? That is some, like, honestly, like, this son of yours has gone through many failed attempts in life, many experiences that have crushed him with the charcoal, okay? Do you see that? Like, many experiences that have burned him. But when you burn something and relight it, I feel like the flame just ignites even more powerfully, if that makes sense. So I feel like the more that he is burned, the more stronger and more courageous and more determined that he becomes, okay? I I do want to kind of touch base on the relationship that you might have with him. We can pull a few cards. He's definitely great at seizing opportunities, okay? Curiosity meets opportunity, all right? He's really great at getting opportunities because he's not afraid to let go of what doesn't work or what doesn't serve him. So with the Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups is just standing with me. It's really highlighting the fact that, okay, I'm not going to tolerate what isn't working for me. All right, I need to follow my own curiosity, my gut instincts. And it really leads him to many opportunities with this. He's quite inspiring to others, I feel. Inspiration. Yeah, it's like the energy that I feel in my body is just insane. I just really want to, for me, my curiosity comes into what is making him have this drive, this ambition, what is behind that? And I wonder if that comes down to you, the relationship that this kid has with you. All right, yeah, okay, something else is coming through. All right, some of you, this kid might not have their father in the picture. I don't know, that just come up just then. So that makes him want to work extra hard to kind of like enforce or validate his masculinity in some way. The masculinity or the male influence that he didn't have in his future. That will be just for some of you. Sometimes there is this need to, if sons especially don't have that male influence in their life, to overcompensate later in life, to really kind of prove to themselves. It's almost this, yeah, that's what I was sensing, that in a sort of battle that he may have within himself that may not be so evident to you or the people around him, okay? I do feel like while this kid is going to be a gambler, is going to be a risk taker, he's gonna have a private world that he doesn't let many people in, okay? That's definitely coming through. I also want to show you the card that you decided to pick, okay? It tells me a lot in itself, all right? I'm gonna tell you what imagery is on the card, okay? We have a male and we have a female, but we have a male with a female. So this is the lover's energy that I got. Your kid is gonna want to be in a relationship, okay? I feel it's like a sense of security, a sense of balance for them. We also have animals, we also have yin yang, so there is that sense of balance within partnerships that he really kind of is drawn to, I'm sensing. We do have mountains in here, so I feel like with the mountains is like, these are all the mountains that he's climbed and he's conquered, and it takes courage. There is a lot of nature in this card, so he may be drawn to being out in nature, adventure, travel. I am getting like that earthy, fiery vibe. I'm not getting a sense of any sort of water sign here. There isn't any kind of water element coming through. However, I do feel that he does have this inner world that he protects from other people, especially just with the 8th house. I'm just sensing that with this card, there is this, there's a part of himself that he's not going to show to everyone. And I feel that part really is the key to why he's so courageous, why he wants to be so materially stable, and to to be basically in control of his life. Maybe he felt so out of control in his early years. Yeah, there is definitely, coming through as well. There is something he may experience in his childhood that will push him to create a life that is better than some of the experiences that he's had that has shaped him in his childhood, okay? I'm not saying that he's gonna have a terrible childhood, but there may be some experiences in his childhood that really plays an effect out in his adult life. Yeah. But like I said, with the release your blocks, he's like, he is not one to seriously be stuck and then call it quits. It's like, no, there's going to be a different way about this, especially with the Hanged Man here. It's almost like the Hanged Man is, I love this so much, okay? Because look at this, right? We have the Hanged Man. It's the same guy in the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is this Hanged Man. So that for me signifies that this is the same person, okay? It is your son. So with the Hanged Man in reverse next to the King of Pentacles, I'm definitely sensing that he is seriously just going to view any sort of failure, any sort of obstacle or hurt, just with a different perspective, or just having a different idea or a different understanding, or it's almost like he's stubborn in his result. Like, I'm seriously feeling that this guy is results driven. This guy has a vision, and he is he's just not gonna stop at like one little challenge or anything. He's just gonna problem solve. He's just gonna find a different solution with the Hanged Man. Okay? Very, very interesting energy. Okay? I want to get a little bit more information. Let's pull out a few oracles. Okay? So I'm looking at all your cards, and I do sense that it is a male. Okay? I'm trying to see whether you'll have any other kids. I am not sensing at this stage. Just your first kid really wants to come through, okay? Okay, Spirit, let me know a bit more about pile number one's son. Pile number one's son. Regardless whether this is your firstborn or your secondborn or your thirdborn, this personality is definitely going to be the dominant personality of all your children. He's going, yeah. He might be very strong as well and very active. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Okay. I'm also getting something else that's coming through for you guys that I will tell you. Oh, wow. Yeah. You've got the healing card. So I feel like the relationship between you and him is going to be very healing, especially for you. I'm not sensing so much for him. I think he's okay. He does a lot of healing internally for himself, but I feel like the relationship between you two is going to be extremely, extremely healing. Very healing. I feel like you're going to grow so much. I feel like he's going to provide nourishment for you. He's going to nurture you. He's going to be a really good son. He's going to have his issues, for sure. We all do. He's going to have his little like battle with himself, like these complexes, I feel, that you're not going to really know about. And I think he's going to keep that extremely, extremely private. But I'm just sensing this sense of relief that you give him. It's almost like for him to be able to care for you is just so like, I don't know, healing for himself, I guess, as well, but it's more so just the fact that he can provide. It's a real masculine energy, guys. I don't sense any feminine energy here, any softness. All the cards are really masculine. Strong personality. But let's have a look at these oracle cards, because these are really interesting. Okay, we have 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Even Metatron sounds like a real, like, strong name. I will read this angel card. So whenever I get angel cards, I always feel like it's the angels that are looking out for us, or it's almost like the energy that they will embody. But I mostly feel like the angels are looking out for the particular people that we're reading about, okay? He may be very protective with this Archangel Metatron, but we'll read about him in a minute. But what I really want to show you guys is door to personal healing and happiness. There is a lot of prosperity. There is a lot of happiness. There is a lot of new beginnings. There is a lot of doors. I cannot emphasize that enough. Look at that. You have a door, you have a door. Is there another door? You have another door as well. So for me, doors represent, like, new beginnings, represents one phase leading into the next phase. It could mean different opportunities. I feel this guy is going to have a lot of experience under his belt just due to his risk taking and his courage. And there is that sense of, like, really wanting to find the door to personal healing and happiness. You've got a rainbow, you've got a dove, and then you've got this. I really feel like the Lovers and this card, guys, is really similar. There is just a lot of nature happening. There is just a lot of beauty. Can you see, like, just beautiful flowers and trees and nature? And I do feel like this guy's going to be really grounded as well. But oh my god, what a lovely reading. There's, like, nothing seriously negative about this reading. But I feel like that's because of his attitude. I feel like it's not because he's not going to have any issues or obstacles or whatever. He will, seriously. But it's just his mentality. His mentality is just super strong, and the way that he handles difficulties. It's like, seriously, being reborn from the ashes several times. I'm not just saying once, especially with the Scorpio energy as well. I know that Scorpio is a water sign, but I'm sensing more about the determined drive and the Mars element with Scorpio. Okay, that's coming through. And just the fact that I feel there is not many people here. Like, I don't see many people, so I feel like he works alone, other than his partner. I do feel like there is going to be a partner, because we've got this, a woman holding a heart. So there will be a woman, and I'm sensing it's going to do with his personal happiness and healing. I feel like there will be a divine feminine coming in for him who will basically win over his heart. And I sense that, I feel that that has something to do with his King of Pentacles energy. It's like, I want to have a family, I want to have the house, I want to have a wife so I can have children. Let's have a look at your angel. I'm really interested. 6th chakra. Let's find out for you guys. 1, 2, 7. I just can't believe this energy. It's almost like I could do anything. Like, right now, I seriously feel like I can do anything. And I'm usually more of a shy, passive girl. Believe it or not. What was I saying? Guys, okay. The energy of this, like I said, is this kid can have a vision and go to the ends of the earth to achieve his vision, right? Let me read what the 6th chakra Archangel Metatron has to say, okay? Clarity of thought, personal vision. This is a very powerful Archangel Metatron. Very powerful, exactly. Brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra or your 3rd eye. Centered, devoted to insight and clear thought. Okay, so yes, in order to have a vision and to go after and be successful, there is this clarity of thought. You can't be distracted, you can't be pulled off track, you can't be persuaded out of your vision. I mean, that's a huge thing. I mean, that's where doubts come in. I feel there's no doubt here. The only doubt that he would have is not from other people, but is more from he's not doing enough. But that will come in terms of his internal battles that he has, not feeling that he's doing enough. But I mean, oh my God, he's doing too much. That's the sense that I'm getting here. Let's continue on. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective towards broader horizons. Wow, that's why the Hanged Man is in reverse, okay? So it's like he has an expanded perspective that he relies on towards broader horizons. Yeah, like the sky is the limit for this kid. It's almost like you kind of gotta like rein him in a bit. Like I feel like he might miss the details a little bit and you'll have to like help him with that in terms of like reminding him to eat healthier or to get enough sleep or to just to look after himself so he's in the best condition in order to pursue whatever vision or goals or intentions that this kid has. Some new perceptions are taking hold and the clouds of confusion are clearing. Wow. In some ways, this could be a brand new beginning. We have the beginning card here. For you are on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Okay, deeper insight for me is definitely this 8th house, and it is going to be all about the process of him having to release blocks in his life. It's going to give him a sense of a new way of thinking with the Hanged Man. It's going to expand his consciousness and it's going to make him understand new levels of meaning that I was referring to earlier in the reading. Because he is going to be quite reflective and he's going to reflect on his truth. I feel like reflecting on his truth is going to be a lot about his motivation to wanting to achieve certain things in his life. There is going to be reason. There's going to be this inner sense of like, there's going to be reasons. There isn't just like, you don't just go, oh, I want to be this King of Pentacles and you have all this courage and basically the charcoal here, all right? Which is all about transformation and alchemy, right? If you didn't have a sense of why are you doing this? There is something that he's basically reflecting on, like some sort of truth that's going to really shape his lifestyle. Wow, okay. Power number 1, I'm still so elevated. Let's get a few more cards before I get into intuitive messages. I really want to get a little bit more of an insight of just a bit more about things that might happen in his life. And then we will pull out messages that he wants to say to you. That will be really fun. Okay, so I'm going to get 3 of these archetype cards. Let's see the archetype cards, because that will be really interesting to see a bit more about his personality. What other cards am I drawn to? I always just try to like see which cards I feel drawn to. Let's get one of these beautiful cards. Yeah, and then we'll get another Alice, because I really like Alice. Do I have Alice here? I do. You might have trouble kind of, I feel what else is coming through is like in school, he might be really quite disruptive, and you'll have to kind of, if you might have to channel his energy into some sort of pursuit that he's really passionate about, where he's able to put all this energy in. Like he's going to be so energetic in his childhood. It could either be disruptive or it could be used in a way that would empower him, if that makes sense. So like an example of that would be find something that he's interested in and then throw him into that and get him to be the best at that. Because this kid is seriously ambitious. I'm thinking sport as well, but it could be anything that he's interested in. So let's have a look. Let's see. These are his archetypes. You have child, orphan, and we have judge. So child, orphan, independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering the fear of surviving. Okay. I just wanted to say that I did feel for some of you guys that this kid, there has to be a reason why he's overcompensating, why he's just almost being like battling with life. It's like this life is a battle. A good battle. I mean, he just takes life so by the horns. It's just such a, the vision that I'm getting is like getting on a horse and just like riding and riding until it, for days and days and days. There's just such a go-getter energy. But I digress. What was the point of that? But with this, I did say that in his childhood, there may have been some issues with not having a father influence, okay? That could definitely be this child orphan, all right? Whether the father is still in the picture, there is this sense of him not having enough time spent with the child. So I feel like this, and we have a boy on here. So that further clarifies the fact that your child will be a male. He really is, he might feel alone, and that's the drive that he starts to develop. Learning that, okay, yeah, I'm alone, but it's not going to stop me from getting what I want. And I feel that sense of like proving to some sort of male influence that he is capable. That's just coming through, okay? Because the shadow side of this is feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So feelings of abandonment might be what he struggles with, so that's why he feels the need to overcompensate and build a life that he has done entirely by himself, and to have the personal healing and happiness. And I do feel like with the Lovers card, guys, he's going to be so devoted to his significant other, because he knows what it feels like to be abandoned. If that applies, I mean, take what resonates, guys. But when one wants to overachieve, there is that sense of filling a void in some way. And I feel like this void is to do with some sort of internal struggle, but it doesn't matter how many struggles he has. It's what is giving him the courage. He's still gonna push forward to whatever vision that he has. Then we have Judge. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. So he is powerful, guys, and there is that sense of balance in this card, okay? There is this sense of balance with the yin yang and the partnerships and these scales, as you can see here. So for me, with this kid, he knows how to use power in order to receive what he wants. He knows, he's smart. If we talk about the Lovers as his personality, he's charming. He knows how to get what he wants. He knows how to receive. He can balance, give and take. He's fair. He's truthful. Ooh, and it's really interesting. Can you see this? The King of Pentacles. There is 2 cups. There are 2 plates. There are 2 knives and forks. So it's almost like I feel the King of Pentacles is definitely like in a partnership. He does have some sort of long-term relationship that really helps balance him out. Really helps, I don't know, like there is healing. I feel like his partner or his significant other, all his relationships in general are going to be really healing for him. It's going to settle that sense of like conflict battle that he has within himself. But let's have a look, guys, at some intuitive messages just to see a bit about if we can pick up your relationship with him, or anything more about his personality or his life path. We'll have a look. With the little messages, they're going to be messages that he has for you, okay? We'll see. But yeah, as I'm shuffling, like this kid loves you to death. I'm just sensing that. Oh my god. He might be quite protective over you. Oh yeah, we've got in sync, okay? In sync, it's just that like balance, that he's in tune. Yeah, we'll just see what else. A sweet kiss in the rain, okay. It's just definitely something to do with his like relationships. I do feel like he's also a sweet kid. He has like this sweet side to him as well. With the Lovers card, because like love is represented, you know, like it's ultimate love, like, and it's shared love as well. So he may be very loving as well. And that's where that sweet kiss in the rain comes. Ooh, okay. I feel like this is a message for you. Okay, these messages are for you. That's just seriously coming through. These 2 messages, pile 1, are from him directly to you. Great things are coming. That's seriously like a message in itself. He wants to tell you that. He also wants to tell you that the harder you look for love, the greater you lose grasp of obtaining it. Look for love like you already have it. I feel like this kid may be the master of love and relationships, and he's just like, we can see that. Like he's the King of Pentacles, his personality is the Lovers, everyone loves him. He knows basically how to master relationships. So I feel like he wants to give you that advice. I feel like, yeah, great things are coming, may be in terms of love for you guys. And it makes sense. If he's the Lovers, this is like the advice that he's giving you. Okay, this is him. Mastery and craftsmanship on a skill or hobby that will take up all your spare time. You are taking an interest in the next stage, possible recognition if you share your skill. I feel like this is his King of Pentacles. There is going to be something that he's working on, a vision, some sort of hobby or skill. I feel like this kid does have a lot of skills, okay? But there is going to be that sense of working on it day and night and just taking up all his time because he is just so passionate, right? So I definitely feel like that's your child's energy in terms of all aspects of his life. I really feel that energy of really devoting himself and having that courage, and just to have the courage not to give up and to take risks and to be courageous and to release certain blocks, to work through any challenges. Like, oh my God, I feel like this kid could go through the most horrific loss, dramatic change, and then all of a sudden be like, his life will flip again and he'll be super successful. I mean, look at that. With the 8 and you have it like on its side, it means infinity. And it is a very balanced number, the 8, right? So there is just such a balance. He knows how to use the energy of the universe to receive what he wants. And I feel like that he may be a good example for you. And some of this might be really healing for you. I really sense that. But I do sense such a close relationship with you and him. Such a close relationship. It's just so strong. Oh yeah, okay, I had another look at this card. I feel like this may be his kid. Can you see the angel at the top? So you may be a grandmother or a grandfather. Okay, these messages are going to be from him. Spirit, so what does this boy want to say to his future parents? I don't know what I'm pulling out. I'm just going to randomly pick. Okay. Masculine. I told you, he is going to be a masculine. So I feel like this is him saying, I'm a boy. I'm a boy. I don't know if you want a surprise when it comes to the gender, but dark forces. Okay. For me, this is just that whatever it is, that tension or that conflict within himself that really pushes him to be courageous, that really puts him in the fire, that really burns him out, there's definitely some sort of dark force within him that compels him to have the lifestyle that he wants, or to achieve. I just feel like he's just constantly very fixed on something, then he'll have to have it. Makeover. So for me with this makeover, it's just him being reborn many times within his life. We have so many doors here, and I always represent that with new beginnings. With the 8 of Cups, it's like he's not afraid to walk away and start again. I feel like the makeover is that he's happy. He's happy to start from nothing and build himself up again, even if it has to be like 20 times. Okay, we had makeover and we had money, all right? That is your King of Pentacles, all right? He's telling you that he's going to be financially well off, and he's also going to be able to provide for you, okay? So this kid is going to come in, and I feel like he's going to really change your life as well. He's really going to heal you. I feel like he's coming in because you need him in some way. It's really coming. And I sense that with the angel as well. Maybe he is this angel and he's coming in to help you. I don't know. He will be, you will think of him as an angel. That's it. Okay, we do have anger, okay? Anger, for me, with the masculine, the dark forces, and the makeover, that is the drive that he has. He may have some sort of inner anger or tension, I would say, that does propel him, right, to take action, okay? I don't feel like it's like to fight. I think he, maybe if he's young, when he's in high school and stuff, he may have, if he doesn't channel his energy, his anger will come out instead of outbursts. He may display anger when he's younger, especially if he does have the dark forces within him. I do sense 8th house. There is definitely something hidden, okay? Definitely Mars energy. So it's all about getting him to channel his dark forces with his potential, with what he wants, with the good in life, okay? So how can he channel his anger into doing good in the world? And I think that you will play a big part in this. You will I feel like you'll be able to read him really well, and you'll be able to figure out, okay, what is his strengths? How can I help him to channel that anger into something more constructive? Definitely. And I think you will help him. But there may be some anger outbursts when he's young. But I feel like he will mature the many times that he's reborn with the charcoal here, okay? Very, very powerful energy. Like, I'm almost feeling like I could touch the sun. There is just some sort of drive, something that triggers him to do something. And I feel like that may be something to do with the dark forces and the child orphan, okay? Can you see the child orphan? Can you see that the color is red and we have anger? So this is definitely symbolic of his anger, possibly from some sort of abandonment issue, some sort of just lacking attention in some way that I feel like he has to make up. I do feel like there are going to be some mistakes in his childhood that he won't want to repeat in his life. And I don't think he will let that happen. And I do feel like you're going to be such a big support to him. Wow, okay, what a big personality, pile number 1. I hope that was helpful. I feel like you don't have such a stronger personality as this boy, but I feel you guys are going to balance each other's energies out really, really well. I think you may be a little bit softer, but I do feel like you guys are extremely intelligent. That's coming through as well. You guys are so smart. And I feel like you guys are possibly more intellectual, so you'll be able to kind of understand your son's behavior and be able to help him use his personality more constructively to his highest potential. And he's going to seriously succeed. He's the King of Pentacles. My God. Wow. Pile number 1. That was amazing. Okay, so pile number 2. Let's get into your reading. Pile number 1 was quite an energy, so I'm just going to ground myself. Take a breath. So if you guys chose pile number 2, this energy is, I'm definitely getting more of a youthful kind of energy. I'm getting more of a playful curiosity, active child or active personality. I'm getting a sense of quite just like loves to move and loves to explore. Yeah, definitely exploring kind of energy. I'm getting kind of like a Sagittarius vibe. I don't know if that's coming through. Just loves to go on adventures, loves to explore the unknown. I feel like this child is more of a sense of doesn't need to have a plan. Just likes to put themselves into an experience and soak it up and really be in the moment. And yeah, like this kid is really good at being in the moment, like really enjoying the moment. And they're very optimistic, they're very playful, they're very they could be quite funny. But I definitely feel like they don't want to play it safe either. I'm sensing like they're quite random as well. The energy is really random. It's giving me like traveling, like just on the spur of the moment, I'm gonna go travel. This kid does like traveling. This kid will travel. This kid is about new experiences and living in the moment and making memories. I'm sensing that as well. We'll have a look a bit more about the personality and the life path. So I'll tell you what all the cards represent, just so you guys have an understanding. What am I going to use as this? I'll just use it like this. So you guys chose this beautiful pink card, okay? Very beautiful. We do have the color pink, and we do have a girl on the card. So I am sensing that it could be a female, just due to that it's pink and there is a girl on the card, okay? The word that is on this card is safety. I find this really interesting because I don't feel that this kid wants to play it safe, okay? There's just such a free spirit to her. I am saying her, but we'll have a look at the rest of the cards to see if that is actual fact. But this purple card here is going to be the major arcana, okay? And it's going to represent their personality, all right? Some traits of who they are and what they're born with and just how people see them as well, yeah. And then these beautiful Alice in Wonderland cards are going to be a bit more about their life path, you know, the experiences that they're going to have and how they will respond to these experiences. Yeah, the rest of the oracles are just going to clarify the tarot and give me more insight to your child's personality and what they may experience. And hopefully we'll get a little bit of an insight, or I'll be able to channel more of your relationship with your child. That always is really beautiful because I'm really relationship oriented. So it's just really nice. It will be nice for you guys to get an insight into, you know, what your bond will be like. Okay? Because the relationship between you and your child is what's going to make them who they are ultimately, right? I really feel like, yes, a lot of it does come down to the genetics and everything, but I feel a lot of what shapes a person and their personality and who they are and what they believe is definitely their environment and their caregivers, you know? So we will have a look a bit into the relationship with you and your child, and we'll see if there are any other children that come up as well, okay? Pile number one just was one child's personality, very strong, very dominant. But we'll have a look. Okay, so, interesting. Let's have a look at the major arcana that I get. This is going to identify the personality of your child. The world, okay. I did sense this kind of like this free spirit, right? This spirit that likes to travel, adventures, just larger than life, like just wants to go and experience things. So I do feel like the world here does represent like the travel aspect of them, wanting to travel the world possibly. I feel like also with the world, this world card represents lots of experiences. Like there will be certain chapters in their life where they will feel like it's almost like certain experiences that they'll have in their life will make them feel almost like more evolved in some sense, if that makes sense with the world card. The world card simply just means that they are going to expand through experience. Yeah. And these experiences I feel like can be quite sporadic, quite random, quite unpredictable. Yeah, this kid is just I feel like there's no planning here. We'll have a look more in what the cards have to say, but I don't feel like this kid is kind of like, likes to plan, is rational, is really skeptical, is quite conservative. No. This is like the opposite. This is, let me camp under the stars and count how many stars there are and reflect on all the crazy stories that I had with all my friends. I feel like this person is going to be very social as well. They're going to have a lot of people. And I think with the world, they might be quite well liked and well known. I mean, with the world, it's just this person just out there, you know, on top of the world, quite recognized, I feel. But what is standing out, guys, is I wanted to realize whether there was a male, whether the gender could be male. But what I see here is, what is the gender of this? A female. We have a female here and we have a female here. So this definitely makes me feel like this will be a girl for you guys. But let's have a look at the other cards because that will help clarify. But yeah, I also feel like this kid's very lucky as well. Okay, yeah, all right. They will be quite known. Maybe there is something that they do in their life that I feel like allows them to travel the world and allows them to have success in terms of experiences. I'm just seeing like camping, I'm seeing traveling, I'm seeing hiking, I'm seeing just lots of different experiences that not everyone can have or not everyone will want to have, you know? Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, wow, all right. Yeah, okay. So these tarot cards tell me a bit more about their life path, okay? I did sense Sagittarius vibes. If you don't know what Sagittarius represents, it's more like they are just really optimistic and happy-go-lucky people, and they are very, very wise, and they just love to learn things, okay? I feel like Sagittarius learn from their experiences, and that's what I was getting here, okay? I do sense here with the Hierophant and the High Priestess is that this girl, I'm gonna say girl because I just look at this. We have a female, we have a female, we have a female, we have, oh my god, let me count how many females we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 females. It's definitely a girl, guys. But yeah, all right, okay, yeah. I'm sensing like the planet Jupiter. Like Jupiter is all about luck, it's all about expansion, it's all about being somewhere at the right time, I'm sensing. I feel like this kid is going in their life path. Their life path is going to be very fortunate for them. They're going to be at the right place at the right time, which is going to give them some sort of like opportunity, because we have the fate and we have the destiny. There is like, she is fated to have certain experiences in her life, I feel. And I feel like she's very in tune with her intuition, okay? And I feel like with all these experiences that she has or that she's going to have, all these adventures and venturing into the unknown, you need a sense of intuition. Like you need a sense of feeling out whether it's going to be, it's a good idea or not, okay? I feel like this girl does have a real good instinct and relies on her gut, okay? She may not be quite rational, but I do feel that she listens to herself, and I feel like she feels her way through her life, okay? With whether it is right for her. Yeah, and I sense that with the High Priestess, okay? We can see with the High Priestess, she has a little girl there. So you guys may, she may have a girl later in life, but I do sense with the High Priestess and the little girl here, this could be the relationship between you two. Because we're talking about these tarot cards as the life path of her life, right? So it's like events in her life. And yeah, we have the High Priestess as the first card, right? So I feel like you and her have this relationship that is really in tune, that is really in sync, that is like, you teach her how to trust her gut. You teach her how to be on her own and how to survive and how to be brave. I mean, pile number 1 had a sense of courage. I feel like pile number 2 does have a sense of being okay with being by themselves, you know, not being one of those needy people or relying on other people, okay? This kid loves adventure, okay? And I feel like with the High Priestess is you guys, this represents the relationship between you two. So you guys might have a real understanding of each other. With what I'm also sensing here is that there may be this, you teaching her a lot about how to go out and be in the world. I don't know, you guys, your beliefs and the way that you see the world is going to heavily impact on your girl, okay? And I feel like it's really, it is quite powerful. Yeah, it's almost like you're going to teach your kid how to trust and believe in themselves and how to go out on the world by themselves and not rely on other people. That is a huge thing that's coming on. And that's why you've got the World card. Like with the World card, I'm also sensing independence, right? I'm sensing a sense of I rely on myself and I can do that. I don't need much to survive. I'm also sensing that. It's like, this is my inner compass. I have all the sources and resources within me. And I feel like you guys really, really influence your child to maintain this integrity, to maintain their own, to make their own decisions as well. That's really coming through. You guys might be quite spiritual. The High Priest is very spiritual. The High Priestess has this higher knowing. And that's what I really want to emphasize on. That's what I felt. It was like this inner knowing that was like on a high level. Yeah, your child may be quite spiritual as well. And that's the sense of the Hierophant, okay? The Hierophant for me is about having some sort of beliefs or some sort of system, or it could just be a spiritual teaching. Or, okay, what's coming through for me is your child is going to go through so many experiences, right? I feel like they're just like they just love it. They love adventures. They love travel. They love to expand their mind, especially with the High Priestess. And they are going to want to learn. They're going to learn through their experiences. And they're going to develop certain ideas and beliefs and learn a lot about how they view the world. And I feel like they're going to contain a lot of wisdom that is going to help other people, because we've got the be of service. So I feel like your child is going to hold a lot of inner knowledge that people will want with the World card, okay? The World card and the be of service just means that she will be in demand of other people. She will be in demand of the public in some way. And I think with the Hierophant, it will be some beliefs that she has, her wisdoms, her hidden knowledge. If you've got the Hierophant and the High Priestess together, that's just like, whoa. That's like a whole new level of like magic. I'm almost being like, this girl will experience certain experiences that will change the way she sees the world. Yeah, will change the way she sees life, and she'll be able to have different perspectives. And I feel like that's fated for her as well, with the fate and the destiny. And I think with fate and destiny, she knows all about that. She knows that she just really trusts her intuition. There is just a sense of just this inner knowing that she carries with her, and which allows her not to rely on other people and to get lost in the unknown, because she can follow her instincts, she can follow her intuition, and she knows what's best. And she knows that experience is the number one thing that helps with like growth. I feel like there's this sense of growth within her, okay? And we have this success card, okay? So she will be successful. I see that with the world. I see that with the be of service. I feel this kid is quite selfless as well. Yeah. And we have this card here, okay? No need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. So she may sometimes have certain fears, okay? But I feel like she remembers everything that you guys taught her, right? With the High Priestess. And she realizes, oh, I don't need to fear, you know? I am strong. I am, you know, I can follow my intuition. With the fears, I do feel like there may be a few fears that she has when she has all these experiences, when she's traveling. There's massive travel with this pile, all right? She may believe in faith. She may believe in destiny. She may believe in, like I said at the beginning, experiencing something or being somewhere at the right time. It's almost like the universe brought her to that moment. It is a very fated energy. Like, I'm feeling she's just very lucky. Like, there's a lot of luck. And that's why I feel like the safety card came out. So I was saying that I don't feel like her actions are safe. I feel like she's very, oh, I'll just run into the unknown. I'm so excited. Let's see what happens. But with the safety, I feel like that's the universe supporting her, okay? She's almost allowed to be the Fool, right? I was surprised the Fool didn't come up, but that energy is coming through. But I feel like that young energy that's just about following whatever little passion that she has within her in terms of impulse. I feel like she may be quite impulsive, and that is this card here, all right? The Page of Wands. The Page of Wands was at the, like, after the Hierophant and the High Priestess. So I feel like this is more along her life path when she's a little bit older, okay? Which makes me feel like she is always gonna stay young at heart with the Page. The Page is such a young, fresh, you know, passionate card, maybe a little bit impulsive, but it's almost like I see with the Page of Wands that this little creature is like somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So I feel your kid might go to some really interesting places on Earth. And it will carry through to her later years in life. Really interesting. I love this energy. Let's have a look at your crystal. Your crystal's really standing out for me. Okay, you've got this sodalite. Let's see what the sodalite has to say. Yeah. Number 52. Yeah, your kid's gonna be very lucky. I will get into a bit about your relationship with her as well. 191. I am also feeling, so I feel energies, right? I can seriously feel your daughter's energy, and I'm gonna say that what's coming through is a little bit of like nerves. I didn't get this for pile number 1, right? But it's not nerves that are like, oh my God, my whole world's gonna break down. It's more nerves of about to start something new or venturing into the unknown. It's almost like, oh, I don't know what I'm about to get myself into, but it's exciting. So it's nerves of excitement, and that's the energy that I feel that your daughter likes to embody, and I feel that she loves that. And I'm just sensing a lot of like free spirit, like being in open spaces. Lots of open spaces here. Okay, let's see what Sodalite has to say. Intentionality, conscious awareness, an awakened state, an inner knowing, what was I saying? And self-confidence, clear expression of intention. So I feel like, yeah, your kid is going to just have an inner knowing and is more awakened with their consciousness. And I feel like that definitely is with the High Priestess. I feel like you may be quite open-minded and your consciousness might be quite expanded and elevated, and I feel like that has had quite an impact on your daughter, and they're going to learn a lot of lessons with the Hierophant, but I feel like their mind is not just expanded, but their physical world is expanded. They have to move, they have to be traveling. It helps them keep their consciousness expanded and awakened, right? What is also really interesting about this Sodalite here, number 52, is the ability to communicate clear intentions to the conscious universe. And I feel like, because I was telling you that this kid is quite lucky and just a really happy spirit, and I feel like this kid doesn't worry about things, okay? Yeah, there may be a few fears, but I feel like it's more natural fears, like, you know, oh, I'm about to do this, oh, it's okay, it's exciting. But there is this partnership that your girl has with the universe in order to kind of create luck in their life, and that's where the intentions come in. I feel like your child will be able to receive due to having clear intentions and just having the positive emotion behind that. And I feel like having that help from the universe, there is this sense of help, there is this sense of Jupiter just giving blessings. Yeah, let's have a look at the gum knot. Ah, wow. Yeah, okay. You have depleted a lot of energy. You have given of yourself fruitfully, and now you rest. The chance to start again. Now is the time to wake up, recoup, and start from scratch. Okay. That's really interesting. I feel like, yeah, there may be a lot of energy that is depleted. Because I do feel like your daughter is always on the go, like always traveling, always having some sort of energy, like experience that really may take their energy out, may deplete them. So there is this requirement to kind of rest and be like still for a bit. Yeah, pile number 1 was always on the go as well, and I feel like your child is really, there's a lot of movement and there is a lot of like energy being expelled, but it's almost like there is just so much to see, there is just so much to experience, and there is so much to learn. Like your kid is going to be super, super curious, for sure. Especially with the Hierophant here. They want to like learn everything there is. And the best way to learn anything is through experience, right? Yeah, this kid won't want to like just sit down and read a book. This kid wants to go out and explore. And there was that sense of making memories. But there is this need for your child to kind of slow down a little bit and recoup and stay in one place maybe for a bit. especially if this kid may be working and traveling at the same time. That is definitely a possibility. But nonetheless, your kid will be successful, okay? Especially with success in the world, there will be some sort of knowledge that they will bring to the world and other people will benefit from with the being of service. Yeah, for sure. Let's get a few more cards just to get a little bit more insight. Let's get some archetype cards. Just get a bit more. Yeah. Let's just have a look. Yeah, like once I just said the drained thing, I'm starting to feel drained as well. So this kid may need to rest. This kid may sometimes feel homesick. But nonetheless, like this kid likes to travel. So you've got the trickster. Transcending convention, stiffness, predictable behavior. Yes, I feel like this kid does not like predictable behavior. She's not predictable. She's seriously transcends convention. And the word that really stands out for me, guys, is stuffiness. This kid does not like to feel closed in or to feel like her independence is being stifled. She's such an independent soul on all levels, you know, spiritually, financially, physically, like just such expansive energy. So with the trickster, I'm just sensing like this is her ability to adapt to certain situations and almost like be quite unpredictable and surprise other people, okay? I feel like a lot of people may find it hard to read her just due to her personality being really open, you know? She is not very predictable at all. But I think that's what people love about her, right? I feel like people kind of admire that. Child wounded, that's funny, that came out in the other one as well. But let's have a look. The light attributes of this child wounded is awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. Okay, opens the learning path of forgiveness. Any sort of learning or teaching is the Hierophant coming through. So this child may, the way that they give service is in terms of awakening compassion in other people. That's definitely to do with the High Priestess. And to learn, to teach other people's compassion, oh my God, that's a High Priestess. In order to be compassionate to other people, you have to be compassionate to yourself, right? And the High Priestess is completely compassionate. She knows how to be compassionate to herself. So yeah, that might be a possible career that your child has, helping others be nicer or be more, to forgive themselves in some way, maybe some certain behaviors or experiences that they've gone through. But what else is coming through, especially with the Hierophant and the High Priestess, is the ability to forgive themselves. Wow. Okay. All right, do I feel like I need more cards? I do. I'm just going to get a few more cards and then we'll get onto the intuitive messages. But I'm still getting that weird nausea that you get when you're about to do something for the very first time. So you guys might travel with your daughter, or you might end up sharing experiences with her, or it might be you. You might be the one that likes to travel, and this is really instilled in your daughter. Okay, let's take a few cards. I just want to see a little bit more of her personality, maybe things that she may come across. Oh, wow. Magician in the mirror, definitely. Okay, we have two mirrors here. Magician and the High Priestess. She is seriously can communicate with the universe and just have these experiences that are fated. That is definitely the Magician, okay? she can be at the right place at the right time to get what she wants. And it's just really done with ease. It's almost like people look at her and they're like, oh my God, she was at that place at that time and met that. Wow, what a coincidence. But it wasn't a coincidence. It was actually her connection with her higher self and the universe aspiring to meet her intentions, because we did have the intentions here as well. Yeah. With the mirrors as well, she does have a good self-image, and that does come down to the High Priestess. And I feel like her self-image is to do with you and the way that you've brought her up. Envy, interesting. And contract. Okay, yes. Okay. The contract is definitely something that she will be given in her life, okay? Hierophants can also represent contracts as well. So we have it twice. I feel like this is in relation to being of service, okay? She will be quite well known with the world, or she will help a lot of people. She will help a lot of people, especially in terms of envy. And I feel like whatever work she has to do, it's about helping people manage their envy or have more compassion, because we had the compassion card. Or this could mean that there are people that are quite envy of her, simply. But I do sense that like the envy, she is with the Hierophant, she's teaching people that are envy not to be envious, or to have more compassion, or to rely on themselves with the High Priestess. I don't really sense that she has anyone that may be envious of her, but I mean, that could well be the case. She is quite well known with the world. But there is leave the past behind as well, and I feel like that may relate with the envy, okay? She may help people release the past. You know, release what doesn't serve them. She may be really good at that. I feel like she has a lot of knowledge, hidden knowledge that can really help people, and she's going to use that. Definitely Sagittarius vibes. Just the first star sign that I got. I'd be really curious to know if you had a Sag. But definitely Jupiter as well. Jupiter with the fate and destiny. 100%. Okay, so these messages are going to be about they're going to either be from your child, or they're going to be a little bit more about your child's life, okay? Characteristics, personality, we'll see what comes out. We'll see what resonates. Let's have a look. Like, I'm feeling really drained, so I feel like you really have to... this kid will be always on the go. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, let's see what we have. Ooh, you'll be enjoying the finer things in life. Okay. So I feel like, yeah, she will be able to earn enough income where she can travel the world, and just, I feel like the finer things in life are those experiences that she'll be able to have the opportunity to engage in. Yeah, definitely. A secret admirer is going to reach out. I feel like that's her message to you. Yeah, take that as it comes. Yeah, okay. I am sensing that this is her, but this is also you as well. This is a message for you. We're talking about working with the universe and intentions and everything, okay? She says set clear intentions. Know you are capable of having whatever you desire. So there is a lot of energy here of luck and just getting exactly what she wants, because her intentions are so clear and she's just not worried. She's not afraid. And I feel like she has that message for you as well. So set clear intentions. Know that you're capable of having whatever you want, whatever you desire. okay, I feel like this is for you, okay? This is the High Priestess. Oh my gosh, your cards are everywhere. This is the High Priestess. And I feel like this is what you teach this little girl here, which is your future girl, your future daughter. It says, you can talk and receive messages from spirit. Listen. So you might be quite intuitive and quite psychic and can connect with spirit, okay? There is this sense of spirituality, especially with the Hierophant, okay? And I feel like this rubs off on your daughter, and she has the same sort of connection with spirit. And she's just letting you know. She's like, you can talk and receive messages from spirit, but listen. So that's really beautiful. Let's have a look at some of your little intuitive messages. Let's have a look. These messages are definitely from her, or a little bit about herself, what she wants to say, let's say. Oh, ocean. She may be traveling somewhere where there's ocean. She may like the ocean. Self-image. Interesting. We have a lot of mirrors, and I was saying before, wasn't I, that she has a very good self-image, I feel. Her self-image could also represent her being in the public eye, okay, with the World card. But I do feel like the self-image is that she has a good idea of who she is, okay? Yeah, we do, because we have self-image clarified by pleasure, all right? So she does have a very good self-image. Let's just get 3 more. Ooh, wow, okay. Smell, all right. Smell's a really interesting word. I don't know why I put that there, but she may have real good sense of smell, okay? She may interact with you in terms of smell. That's something also coming through. I don't know. Another thing is she might have a really distinctive smell, and I think it's a good thing. She may like the smell of the open air. She may like the smell of fire. I'm sensing some sort of natural smell, you know? Creative spark. So I do feel like, yeah, she is creative. There will be some sort of, with the Page of Wands, I mean, that is creative. That definitely represents creative spark. And I think that's more of her adventurous spirit coming through that she has. Yeah, and that just free spirit. Open doors. So with the creative spark and the open doors, I feel like she's going to go through a lot of open doors, or a lot of open doors will be presenting themselves to her due to her creative spark, okay? Yeah. Wow, pile number 2. What a beautiful child you have, or you're going to have. Yeah, just love it. She's just such a free spirit. She, it's like almost like she's gonna have so many memories, and she's gonna have so many interesting stories. Like I feel like your whole family is gonna have like just so much to talk about, and so much to reminisce on, and so much wisdom and knowledge. And I mean, it's just, yeah, some of the stories are going to be amazing. And some of those travel experiences, wow. Okay, so let's get into the last and final pile. Pile number 3. Let's look at your future child, their personality, a bit about the relationship they may have with you, and their life path, okay? I'll tell you the process of what the cards mean when I lay them out. But how I work is I shuffle off camera and I really read the energies of the cards, and I just get this sense of, you know, things just come to me. Like I sense, you know, just energy is massive for me, guys. But I do get visions. I am very visual. Things may just come to me. We'll see. The main thing is that I just seem to have this inner knowing that just comes to me. It's almost like something that just like, oh, I know this is it. This is it. I can't tell you how I found out about that, but it is. And it's just it's like a high level of intuition. There is a term, I'm gonna Google it, but I always forget the actual terms. But with your pile, when I was meditating on your pile, I felt this sense of more than one person. So this is really interesting. So we had pile number 1 with a boy, pile number 2 with a female, and then this pile, I am sensing twins. This is not going to be for all of you, but there is going to be a couple looking at this reading that may have twins, okay? And I say that because we've got this. We've got 2 identical people here sitting together. And may I say, I picked these oracle cards at random. And I just seriously saw a rainbow. I'm not joking. Okay, right. Like in my vision, it was just like a rainbow. Yeah, so I saw here, I felt like more than one person, right? And in this picture, we have twins. It looks like it, people that are identical. And then we turn it over, we've got the same image, but a different color. So I don't know, are you having 2 sets of twins, or it could just be 1 set of twins, but there's definitely more than one person here. That's not gonna resonate for everyone, but twin energy, I can't, like, 2 of the same people there, and we're having a reading about your children. Okay, so let me tell you the process of this reading. We have this purple card that is going to be the energy of their personality, okay? How people see them and view them, but mostly just them, you know, as a person, their personality traits. Then we have these brown Alice in Wonderland cards, which are beautiful. And they're going to represent the challenges, the opportunities, the experiences that your child may experience, or children with the twins here, and just ultimately their life path, okay? And we can pick up maybe a bit of the relationship between you and your children. I did get that in the other piles. And the rest of the oracle cards, beautiful, lots of variety, and they will help me clarify your tarot and get us more information to your children. Get us more beautiful, juicy details. I am kind of like losing my voice because I haven't had any water. So excuse me if my voice starts to get really croaky, but I felt like there has been a lot of energy in all piles. So let's have a look at your personality of your child, okay? These purple cards represent major arcanas. So you guys got the Fool. Look at that, the Fool. New beginnings. Yeah, like I'm just sensing with the Fool, there is this just love of, there is this definitely this level of, what's coming through for me is an experience. Like not being an expert or something, or not being just like this jovial kind of spirit, like lighthearted. Oh yeah, okay, that's coming through. Okay, this is gonna sound really bad. How do I make it not sound so bad? So the word that's coming to me is superficial, but it's not like they're shallow or anything. I don't feel like that. They may appear shallow, but with a Fool, it's just like the superficiality that's coming through that I'm sensing is, it's like their attention is just split. There is so much going on in their mind. There is so much that their attention is being split to. So they may be the type of person that, or, you know, they could be twins, because look, we have 2 butterflies. They're identical, okay? So that could also represent the fact that we have two identical butterflies, two identical people, that could just confirm the twins. But there is this sense of their energy being quite scattered, okay? They may have a lot of different interests. They may have a lot of different careers over the years that they're doing. But overall, there is just this sense of like staying young. And I can see that with the Six of Cups, right? Just liking things to be young and liking things to be light-hearted. Yeah, that's the Fool energy. There's just like this sense of wanting to keep things fresh and wanting to keep things new. It's like, always wanting the new things. Yeah, I feel like they may have a short attention span because I'm almost like being shown so many different things. It's almost like, oh, we're over that one. Let's go over here. Let's do this. So that's coming through really strongly. I want to turn over your oracles. But yeah, this Fool. I feel like they might be a little bit all over the place, but it's not like just a bad thing. I always say it's not just a bad thing, but I mean, obviously, yeah, it can be quite tough and difficult if one's energy is scattered everywhere and not really kind of like focused. So I'm getting like mutable energy. I'm getting Gemini. I don't know why I'm getting Gemini, obviously with the kind of like having so many different interests, having so many different pursuits at one time. It's almost like the type of people that would read like 5 books at once, and that is me. I do that. And also with the twins, I mean, Gemini is like 2 people, right? So that could also be, if you don't have twins, your child may be have air in their child and may be a Gemini. That would be for everyone. But yeah, there is really this, I'm just being seen like wanting to stay young, not wanting to grow up. And I can see that with the Fool, right? I mean, the Fool doesn't want to grow up. The Fool is just like young forever, right? The Fool is like 0, right? It's the beginning. It's the unknown as well. It's like venturing into the unknown, being a little bit, maybe a little bit thoughtless in a way. I mean, I feel like with the 0, there's no thought. It's just, I'm going to follow wherever my heart goes. I'm sensing like there is a real big heart that your kid has, or your children, okay? I'm just trying to see whether I can see any more clarifications of gender. Not so much. Yeah, it could be twins. It could be female and male. There is a balance, okay? So you may have twins that one's a boy, one's a girl. But we've got light and oh my god, yeah, okay, yeah, right. Yeah, last quarter moon in Leo, so there is that. Leos are really like they have a light-hearted energy. They're fun, they're playful. Wow, playful, yes, that's coming through. Playful. And it's interesting that you've got the lighten up card with the moon in Leo, because I feel like their emotions are quite young, like quite immature. There was that immaturity that was coming through, but it's not like immature that they can't like, what's the word, guys? Come on, what's the word? Be in charge of their life. I still feel like they can be in charge of their life, and they can be quite mature in that respect of attending to their affairs in life, right? But I think it's just their spirit. They're just very bubbly and like always want to have fun. Like, I seriously cannot, like, I'm almost wanting to dance. So some of you, your child might be extremely talented in terms of performing arts. That's coming up. I mean, that is Leo. I feel like Leos are very like, they need to be center stage. I feel like they have to have some sort of like eyes on them. But yeah, it's definitely, you've got the golden afternoon, like Leo, like golden, you've got the Fool, you've got like just this potential as well, like this potential. And with the King of Cups, like that, this is the life path. We'll go through it a little bit more, but I'm just like going where I feel compelled to go, and that's how I kind of work. The King of Cups, like this for me is just like the big heart. I mean, King of Cups is, yeah, their emotions, they're very well aware of their emotions. But I just feel like they have a big heart, and yeah, I feel they may be really good at expressing themselves creatively, like really pouring their emotions and their heart into some sort of self-expression. Yeah, for sure. And that's where we've got this card, which is inspiration, creative spark, imagination, conception. So with the imagination, I'm really sensing like maybe the dramatic arts, I'm sensing dance, I'm sensing musicians, for sure. Wow. And I say that because we've got the Five of Cups, well, the fifth house. So the fifth house is ruled by Leo. And I feel like with the fifth house, it is about like children, right? Oh my God. So, and it is about like your creative hobbies, I feel. Like your like any sort of activity that you want to do, like your creative expression. So that's what Leo represents, right? And it's just so youthful. So yeah, I feel like there is some sort of creative talent that your child's gonna have, or your children. I feel like there's more than one children. Yeah, they're really gonna light up the stage, or yeah. Okay. Yeah, what else is coming through is, okay, I love it how it just comes to me. So we've got the Ten of Wands here, and we've got it next to the King of Cups. Ten of Wands is all about like your like your burden, like something is too much, right? You're carrying too much of something and it needs to be released, okay? Whatever that may be. It's just, it's very tiring, and it's draining you, and it's like depleting your energy, okay? But it's next to the King of Cups, and it's next to the Light Up. So I feel like this kid or your child is going to be so extremely creatively talented, and I feel like they're going to pour, the way that they're going to release their stress or release any sort of challenge in their life, or any kind of emotional like tension, I could say, is through expressing their emotions with the consciousness card. I feel like there's going to be some sort of transference or release. With the conscious card, I'm getting a sense of release, of putting their whole being, okay, into some sort of hobby. With the imagination, I'm feeling that it could be, for some of you guys, acting. Like your child could be an extremely good actor, because they have to kind of really, they will be able to put themselves into a role with their whole heart. Like, I'm sensing method acting, if that's, if you guys know what method acting is, it's just like literally becoming that they have to be. I mean, with the Fool card, that really makes sense. It's like they are going into the unknown, right? it's just endless possibilities. God, I'm putting it everywhere, but I feel like your child is very emotionally mature with the King of Cups, okay? And I think that is going to be in their life path, the way that they're going to be very emotionally intelligent. You have to be very emotionally intelligent in order to do acting, right? You have to be in touch with your emotions. You have to really be able to be the character. And I feel like, yeah, character just really stood with me. They may be quite a character in general. But there may be like lots of different creative projects that they do, or lots of different ways that they may have a lot of different talents. That's what's coming through. Yeah, lots of different talents. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at your wind. Okay, we've got this here, wind. I just want to have a look at it. Confusion is clearing, awareness is dawning, a time of turmoil is passing, clarity, peace, barriers, obstacles, and fears are diminishing. The whirlwind of power is building and growing. Intuition is primed with the King of Cups. Prepare for a clear mind, incoming messages of fresh new ideas. So I feel like, yeah, with the fresh new ideas, I feel like, yeah, this kid has a lot of ideas. I feel like their attention is like in so many different directions. So, yeah, there may be this need to be more clear or to have more clarity in their life just because their energy is quite scattered. But nonetheless, I think that whatever they do creatively, they're going to be so good at. Just because I have femme fatale, and this is like seriously seductive freaking qualities. Like, it's erotic. So when it's next to consciousness, I just sensing like, it's almost like people are drawn to whatever art they create. It's just so appealing to the audience. But it's just so specific. I can't believe it. Whatever creative activity or creative talent that they have, seriously encourage it. I think it's gonna happen from a young age, because I was just sensing immaturity. I was sensing youngness. I was sensing like this could mean that they may be quite talented at a young age. For sure. Let's have a look at more of the archetypes. Archetypes? What am I saying? Yeah, we have the be patient card, okay? So I feel like, yeah, your kid may be a little bit restless at times. And you'll have to teach her or him patience. Yeah. With the Six of Cups, it's just it's just confirming that they have this childlike wonder, this this young spirit. It's just like, I'm just like, I'm sensing like they may have such a vivid imagination that like they may have such a rich dream life. That just came through. Yeah, super freaking imaginative. So they may not just be actors, they may be producers, they may be, like, I'm getting like directors, like, it's just their mind as well. Like, Gemini is like very creative as well. Oh my god, child divine, innocence, like I said, purity, suggests a special connection with divine. Yeah, look at these, like the full and the child divine are just like the same thing to me, honestly, the energy that's coming from both of these cards. So they're just so pure. That is also what comes through, and I think that comes through with their creative talent that they have. It's just pure, it's just natural, it just comes to them because they act on innocence. There is nothing, and the innocence would come from consciousness, right? That's their connection with the divine, right? It's the consciousness is the talent. It's just that creative possibility. It flows through them. Yeah, okay. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like there may be some sort of fear that comes with putting themselves out there, possibly, but I definitely feel like they're going to overcome that. Yeah, because like with light up, I definitely see this child being on some sort of stage. All right, but there may be some fears, okay? But nothing I feel like they can't kind of overcome, right? I feel like eventually they may have some sort of fear because they're quite young, right? I feel like their talent is going to be discovered very young, and they will always stay young. And oh my God, look at this. I was just saying spotlight, right, guys? It says here, spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. And I was saying that there was this erotic, seductive energy coming through. And I feel like other people are going to be so drawn to their art that they put their whole heart into, okay? Like, they are going to be creating art. The sense that I'm getting is that they are freaking art. They are living and breathing art. And it's just so inspiring to watch them. Yeah, they may be very, like I said before, they may be quite imaginative when they were young. I'm also getting like talking a lot, like constantly talking, like constantly, like about anything and everything, and maybe exaggerating a little bit, quite dramatic. I mean, like, oh, that shot out to me. But the energies are just so everywhere. And I feel like this creative pursuit or this creative talent that I have may help them, you know, to be a little bit less scattered, to really focus on developing this King of Cups. Like, this King of Cups is mature, right? It's not just the page, but I think this King of Cups is the fact that they can pour their heart into their art, and it might settle them, you know. It's just, I'm getting a muse, like they are a muse, they have muses, like, it's interesting. Okay, let's have a look at these messages. These messages may be for you, or they may let me know a bit more about your child or your children. Okay, this is really interesting. I feel like this is your child, for your child. You are not stuck. There are many options. Open your heart and feel the right one. I feel like this kid is going to have lots of different options, lots of different avenues, lots of different requests, just because they dibble and dabble in a lot of different things, and they may have trouble because they're so young. And what was I saying? Like, they've just had trouble in being quite decisive, okay? So this might be for them. Open your heart and feel the right one. I feel like that is the King of Cups. They may have to rely on their heart. They may have to learn to trust their intuition, which we've got here. Your intuition has the answers. So there may be this need to develop intuition in order to trust their heart, okay? Getting out of that shallowness that I felt, like that superficial feeling, you know. There is this actually having to go deeper within themselves and figuring out, okay, I have all these options and all these opportunities or all these different things that I could do. I'm so talented, right? But what is the right one for me? What is the one that makes my heart feel really, really expanded? Like, that's Leo. Leo is so expansive as well. And I'm just getting child. I'm just getting like this childish spirit. Ooh, your environment is getting a makeover. I feel like that's directed from you, for you. That is a message from your child or children. Your environment is getting a makeover. This message I feel is them, and it's chemistry. Like I said before, I just feel that there is something that they pour their heart into, and it just, for people that witness their talents, it's just so captivating. And that's where there's this chemistry and this positive, seductive qualities that actually puts them in the spotlight. Can you see this? Oh my God. Sensuality. And music. Look at that. Music, dancing. Maybe they're going to be really great dancers. There's just definitely something with the dramatic arts for your child. So I would put them in drama school. I would put them in some sort of creative activity when they're young, for sure. Okay, to wrap up your reading, I'm going to give you some, actually I feel like I just want to pull a few more cards for you guys before I give you the little intuitive messages. But yeah, there's this kid is a performer. I mean, it's just coming through. I'm just almost like this kid dancing on stage or singing on stage or like singing from their heart or speaking from their heart, and it's just gives everyone like shivers. I'm just feeling like, wow, how did you do that? And it's just them being able to tap into their divine child energy and lighting it up and being one with consciousness. I mean, creativity is about seriously having no thoughts, right? And it is all about emotion. With the Fool, you've got the 0, so I feel like there is no sort of like thought. It's just pure going by the feeling or going by, it's almost really synchronistic. It's just so beautiful. All right, let's just have a few more messages and then we'll tap into the little messages. All right, Spirit, let me know about this little talented, creative child or children. Thank you, Spirit. I wonder how long this video is. I'm gonna guess 2 hours. The Thinking Man, interesting. Very interesting. I don't know, but I'm just drawn to the costume that this guy is wearing. It's almost like, it's not the thinking that is like real depth and like I'm thinking about life and thinking about philosophy or anything. This, he might be or she might be, but I think it's more on a superficial level in terms of the fact that they may be acting someone who is quite a thoughtful and philosophical character. Because I feel like with this, you can see that with the Thinking Man there is this costume. Oh my God, I'm dropping. And it's, yeah, it's definitely a character. Yeah. Oh. Financial constraints. Okay, so there may be some financial constraints that's going to happen, but I think that that sometimes happens. Like when you do like your passion and you stick to the things that you enjoy, that may not be the most practical things that are going to kind of build into some sort of like material wealth. There may be at first this like, okay, I'm gonna do what I love, but it may not give me enough money, but I don't care. But I feel like in the long term, you having to struggle and sticking to your child sticking to what they love and what they're passionate about, I feel like it may be just financial constraint in them, like just while they are crafting the talent. And then like I feel like once they're a little bit more experienced, or once they have mastered a little bit more, then I feel like they're going to be able to make the income that is going to be really, really freaking amazing. But I think they may have to struggle just in the beginning, just because, you know, like acting, I mean, a lot of people have to be, I'm getting starving artist. That's coming through, starving artist. But I think in the long term, if they keep at whatever creative pursuit that this is, I feel like they're going to definitely be a lot more financially well off. Indecision, interesting. Because I do get really indecisive energy. It's like, oh, my mind's going all over the place. So we have the Fool and indecision, okay? I don't think you can see exactly what's on the little signs here, but I can see unknown in one direction and unknown in that direction. The Fool is all about the unknown. So your kid may have to make a decision and stick to it. And that might be quite tricky for them. But eventually I think they will, okay? But they may their temperament may be quite indecisive, but I feel like they may have to choose between something in their life. It may be quite a major crossroads or a major decision. There's just something, and it will happen in their life. And I think this will also contribute to having to grow up a little bit. But deep down, I think their heart is always going to be quite young and youthful and playful and just wanting to have fun, you know? Yeah, and the Fool just wants to have fun and enjoy themselves. Like, they don't worry. The Fool does not worry at all. Yeah, wow. Okay, so pile number 3. Let's get a few more little intuitive messages. These may be messages from your child or children, or just about them, their personality. Let's just get a few more messages. It's just random, me picking them. Let's see what comes out. Ooh, tarot. So I feel like they may be into tarot. That may be one of their many, many interests. Clarity. Okay, so there is definitely this sense of clarity that they need to kind of come to terms with, because I feel like, yeah, all over the place. And I think maybe you'll be able to teach them that, right? I think it's really beautiful. I mean, creativity is just all over the place, isn't it? Creativity is chaos. But there is definitely need to have some sort of structure and to be clear about certain things, right? I mean, it can't just be our mind just be on so many things, right? Inspiring, yes. So your child will be very inspiring. And I also feel like they'll be very inspired. In order to pour their heart into their gifts. Uncomfortable. That's interesting. I feel like that is they're able to put themselves into uncomfortable situations in order to be inspiring, right? I feel that's what's coming through. Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna get 2 more. Interesting. Okay, so we have the 10th house. So this is all about career, right? It's about their almost like their purpose as well. It's like, what are they destined to do in this lifetime? What is going to give them the most fulfillment? And I feel like with the 10th house, there is going to be that emphasis on career, right? Something that they're talented at creatively is going to be a massive dominant influence in their life, okay? And the 10th house is good. It means they're career focused. It means that they will be successful. They may be like the next famous actor or next famous dancer or something. It could also mean that they may, I'm just sensing like talent shows, or I'm sensing like they may be scouted out, like they may be like someone will want to work with them or see their talent and want to be their manager. It definitely would come up with the 10th house. And we also have Taurus. So you may be a Taurus, or your child may be a Taurus, or your child may have Earth in their chart. You are the only pile to get a star sign come out in these little intuitive messages. So I'm sensing that, yeah, they may have Taurus. But it's also coming to be that you guys might be a Taurus, some of you. But take that as that resonates. So yeah, pile number 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today.